Now this was unexpected. Car Dealer Simulator. I expected it to be like any of the other simulator games. Oh hell no! There's a lot of jank on Steam. But to my surprise, one day I received an email from Garage Monkey Studios, a little team of 8 to 10 people who have been kind enough to give me a copy of the full game before release. Now this might be one of the worst decisions the devs have ever made. So I decided to play it and review it for you guys to see if you should invest your time and money into this game. Now let's start with the gameplay. You're a car dealer simulator. No, you're not a simulator, you're a car dealer, and your job is to buy cars for cheap, refurbish them and sell them for a higher price and make a profit and upgrade your office as you go. Now at Kai Renzo for Shenzo Gallery, that is exactly what we did. Now in the beginning you only have a vehicle and a little tow buggy thing. I don't know what they're called, but it's like a little tow thing that you put on the back of your car, just like this. And you find advertisements online and go to buy the cars. Now you have to actually go to the location and meet with the person face to face and negotiate a price. And after a bit of awkward and cringy interactions, which they usually try to scam you, but after 3 tries you manage to bring the price lower to the point where you're scamming them. Now you agree on a price and you tow your car away. After you bring your car back to the gallery, you will take it to the workshop, fix any bodywork issues if it has any, and then wash the car and ultimately put it for sale. Once you open your store, customers will start coming by and then very weirdly grab your attention so you can go and sell the vehicle. And once again, after a few cringy interactions, the person just Thanos clicks out of existence. Now I wish that was a thing in real life. Now, you're in a very small town, which is actually really good as well, because you end up memorizing where things are. You do need to go to the store to pick up parts, which in all honesty is for repairs for like the exhaust, or you could repair the engine, you could repair like other parts of the game. But I feel like it was unnecessary. They do increase the value. You do end up making a loss if you try to fix early game cars. I didn't bother with the repairs at all. I did do a few just to see how it was, but it took too long and I'm not about to waste all that time to make $500 more profit with no real reputation change. Speaking of which, this game does not try to be what it is not. It's a car dealer simulator. It has added a few repair mechanic stuff, but it's very basic from what I've tested and tried so far. But for people who like maybe a few different things in games, or maybe you just want to 100% the vehicle before selling it, I think it's a great addition without it being too complex. None of the extra mechanics in this game are too detailed to the point where the game becomes something else than it is. The workshop mini games are very simple and satisfying, can be overwhelming at first, but once you get the upgrades they become really quick, and I found myself logging in at 1 AM just to do these mini games because of how satisfying they were. Let's move on to the graphics of the game. The graphics is what you would expect from a simulator game. If you've played any other simulator games such as Car Mechanic Simulator, Drug Dealer Simulator, you know, all the other simulator games that are on Steam, then this pretty much meets the bar at what a simulator game should look like. May I say, slightly more impressive than some of them out there. So graphics, decent, what you'd expect from a simulator game. Audio, now this is very important. Now there's been a few design choices here that I want to talk about. They have a radio like GTA, and each radio is separated into categories. However, they do not play music from that genre. The ones I listened to were hip hop and reggae, and they only have like 2 songs that are actually hip hop and 2 songs that are actually reggae. And then it starts playing other genre music. It's very random. I think they should have just kept one radio and just had you cycle through the songs. Now, I don't know if the songs there are placeholder right now that they're gonna add more music, and I know they're limited because they're using a copyright-free platform for their music, so maybe it wasn't enough for some of the genres. But it did kind of kill my vibe when I'm trying to listen to my reggae or my hip-hop and then country starts playing. Apart from that, the music choices are actually really good. And excluding the music, the sound effects in the minigames we need to talk about separately, because they've used the right sound effects. The minigames are satisfying. They have become ASMR level satisfaction. Audio, good. when it comes to the music and the general sound effects of the world and everything they've included. Eargasm when it comes to the mini games. 100%. Yes. Audience. Now the audience for this game doesn't really have an audience. Everyone can play this. If you're a kid, teen, grandma, adult, you know, whatever this list says. I got this from Steam. If you're a simulator lover, then you're gonna enjoy this game. If you wanted to be a car dealer in real life and didn't have the means to, you're gonna enjoy this game. If you hate grinds, you may not enjoy this game. This game obviously doesn't require a high-end PC. However, it might require a high-end PC to actually run higher levels of graphics. I have a 4060 Ti. I tried to run this game at Ultra. It worked, but it was very choppy. So I brought it down to high and it was absolutely fine then. I would say fast if you want a decent experience. Game size, workable, 14.28 gigabytes on Steam, and they will probably be adding more to that with future updates. Difficulty. The game is very easy once you learn what you're doing, and it's very easy to learn as well. The devs have implemented a really good tutorial with clips of the stuff that you should be doing and text as well, which in my opinion is 10 out of 10. As a beginner to the game, I did not feel overwhelmed with any of the mechanics because the game took its time to teach me. Very beginner friendly, and once you know what you're doing, it's not that hard. So easy, yes. The grind. The grind, yes, okay. Now this is where we're going to speak a bit about this game. The grind is okay for the first 4 reputation levels. Once you get to reputation level 5, that's when it becomes a problem. Because as the reputation points increase that you require, you are not given the means to sell cars at a faster and quicker rate as well. With the upgrades that I unlock, I can still only grab one car, come back to the gallery. Once you unlock the tow truck, you could do this thing where you have the tow truck and the pulley and do this trick where you can actually grab 2 cars and bring them back. But the whole system is still the same. It takes you the same amount of time, slightly faster if you've unlocked electric tools to repair the vehicles and wash the vehicles. It takes the same amount of time to put 4 cars onto the showroom floor to actually sell the cars. You make more profit kind of because you start selling higher valued cars. However, that as well is a problem because up until reputation level 5, you can only buy and sell free cars. In a car game, we need cars. At that point, you unlock a few more cars. You don't unlock any more cars until reputation level 8 or 9. So it starts to become repetitive and it doesn't really give a variety to the cars. You need cars in a car game. This is one of the big things in this game that I've actually struggled with. So definitely too much grind in my opinion. There needs to be more variety of vehicles and a way to speed up the process of putting vehicles for sale. And I know the devs are going to say there's an employee system that's supposed to make things run smoothly. We're going to get to that in a second. Story. Apart from the fact that you take over a dealership from your Uncle Sam, I don't think there is a story to this game. Obviously, for tutorial reasons, Uncle Sam gives you the dealership and he kind of tells you how to work it. I don't think there is a story right now apart from you're a car dealer. So game time to infinity and beyond. I am assuming if you don't get bored of the grind and if you just keep going, I'm assuming this is one of those things that the reputation level just keeps increasing. You just keep selling cars over and over again. Now the price, I would say wait till it's on sale. They haven't really determined the price, but in the email it did say it would be around $20 in the US market. I don't think the game is yet polished in a way where it can be sold for $20, or wait until the devs have made a few changes to the game, because I know they are working on their game and they have a few things planned to bring to the game. Bugs. Now this also ties in with why I've said wait till it's on sale or till it's been patched. There is a lot of bugs to talk about. A few game-breaking ones and a few minor ones that you might not really consider. But I know for sure that the devs in the Discord are actually working actively to find the bugs and fix them as soon as possible. However, there is a few I want to talk about. I almost lost my save game. Make sure to manually save your game. The autosave feature didn't work when I was doing this. It loaded me in at level 1 every single time, even though my manual save was at the same time as my autosave. Thank God I had a manual save, otherwise I would have stopped playing and stopped reviewing the game at that point. That's one major game breaking bug, and also an infinite money glitch. Now devs, you better fix this by the time this video comes out or on release, because I'm about to tell people how to get infinite money. Now in the game there is a loan system where you could take a loan out the bank, and when you pay it off you unlock a higher loan. Your credit score kind of increases, if you know what I mean. However, if you save your game after taking out a loan, quit the game, then reload, your loan has been paid off and you have unlocked the next level as well, even if you didn't pay off the loan. I certainly did not abuse this. I did kind of snitch to the devs, so I don't know if this is going to be patched by release. So, you know, let's hope they don't fix it by then, or if you're the devs, let's hope you fix it by then. I don't know. And finally, one of the other big bugs that I do want to talk about, especially one of the ones that bugged me the most. You see what I did there? The employee system. They have put an employee system in place where you could hire employees that actually do the car washing for you, or the repairs for you, the taking out the rust, the bodywork systems for you. However, it doesn't work. It's a buggy mess. I thought finally I could speed the things up by giving it to my workers while I work on other stuff. While that does work, the time goes by so fast that you forget to pay the workers and then they just stop working. I had to fire them, rehire them, pay them again, do all of these things, and I just couldn't get them to appear once again. After you don't pay them once, they don't turn up again. So this needs to be fixed ASAP. Otherwise, I think this would be a good addition to making the game feel less grindy. If you encounter bugs, make sure to join their Discord. They do have a bug section where they have an active team that's actually working on it. So kudos to them. They do have a team that actually takes feedback from their players. I applaud you for that and thank you. It's a simulator game. It's made by a small team. It's expected. I'm not going to be too harsh on them, but they do need to work on their game breaking bugs, especially the save files. So for bugs can get annoying, but they have a working team, which is always good. Now, final verdict. Should you buy this game? I've kind of said it in the price, maybe wait for sale. However, if you do have the money to put aside for this game, then definitely try it out if you're interested. It was more than I expected from a simulator game. I went in not expecting much and I was really impressed with what they've done. This game doesn't try to be something else, and yes, it does have some cringe, quirky moments, but you get used to it after a while and you start preferring it to be that way. Like when the people just snap out of existence. Yes. I don't know what's so good about it. It's not realistic, but them just disappearing makes things so much easier. Minor things like that at first seem really weird. Then you start going, wait, actually, I prefer it this way. So definitely make sure to try it out. The devs might hate me after this review, but I thank you again for giving me the code for the full game. And if you end up playing this game, don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought of the game. Apart from that, make sure to subscribe to the channel to get more reviews on games. Find hidden gems. I am your solution to when you are bored and you need more games. Thank you. Leave a thumbs up. I appreciate you all. Take care and peace.